Anthony Davis was dominant in the first half to give the Mavericks a road win over the Jazz. We'll break it all down coming up next on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. Hey, what's up, DLLS Mavs Nation? Welcome to the DLLS Mavs post-game show powered by Michelob Ultra. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra at 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's a superior smooth taste worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the NBA. Kevin Gray alongside our Mavericks analyst Bobby Krell, our national NBA insider Marc Stein. We are DLLS Mavs, your favorite guys, cover your favorite team, especially when they beat up on the Utah Jazz in preseason game number 3. Anthony Davis's dominant first half helps the Mavericks get their second win in the preseason as they get ready to head our way here in Sin City for a tilt with the Los Angeles Lakers on Wednesday. We will break down the good, the bad, and the ugly from tonight's game and get you all the takeaways. Plus, we'll dial up the Stein Line a little bit later on for your Dallas Mavericks as Marc Stein is going to be dropping his latest news and notes. But, gentlemen, 114-101, Anthony
Utah
Davis
game.
was able to –
Did we pack the bell?
No, we did not. And that's been – oh, wow. You retired it for the Utah. We got it for something else. But let's get into it because, Bobby, that's more like it from Anthony Davis tonight as he was dominant. 25 points in 25 minutes. Yeah, maybe they should keep him. Your big takeaway for tonight's game.
My big takeaway is always wear pants. Don't wear shorts. But
huge upgrade from the pregame show.
Massive upgrade. Also, DeAndre Swift and Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels should all feel really bad about themselves, in my opinion. So should Jake Moody. But my big takeaway from this game is that, Coop played point. I think AD played really well. Obviously, we'll talk about AD for an hour, and you'll hear all about that. But Cooper Flagg started the game at point guard, and Derek Lively started the game at center. And things were kind of weird. I mean, the Mavs still had a pretty decent first half. Everything was mostly fine. Coop's individual numbers suffered pretty hard. 3 of 13, only 1 assist. It feels like he was kind of thinking about doing too much and not just thinking about playing, But it's one game. Who cares? In the second half, though, Ryan Nembhard starts at point guard. Anthony Davis starts at the 5.
That was the far more intriguing lineup.
Oh, yeah.
That was the far more intriguing half starting lineup.
Yeah, and that to me is that is the okay, wow, a real point guard, like a pass first point guard and then a 5 that can do everything is way, way, way better a basketball lineup than a 18-year-old small forward masquerading as a point guard and a center playing alongside another center. I just thought it was like night and day. Like, that's the most, okay,
Headline.
Look at this thing. This is the thing.
Headline, Corella wants Nembhard to start opening night.
I mean,
give me Nembhard.
If he's going to give you a 12-to-1 assist to turnover ratio, I mean, that'll play. That'll play.
But I'm not taking anything away from Lively. Obviously, I love Derek Lively. Not taking anything away from Coop. Obviously, Coop is going to be a really good player. But, the Mavs started the game kind of doing some weird stuff, and then they started the second half just playing basketball, and they whooped their ass in the second half.
25 points in 25 minutes, Marc Stein, as Anthony Davis goes 8 of 14 from the field, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, did a little bit of everything. Naji Marshall had a big first half overall.
Well, I think there was some merit to the pregame discussion about let's maybe not hit the panic button after one bad exhibition game against Charlotte. But that issue, the larger issue you talk about, I mean, this team has 2 other centers it wants to play besides AD. So to get Gafford and Lively on the floor, he's going to have to play some 4.
And he wants to play the 4.
We've all said it for as long as I can remember. Certainly throughout Anthony Davis's Mavericks career, there's a lot of upside when he plays the 5. And especially when you have
he won a title whenever he did
defensive
that.
wings.
That's right.
When you have guys like PJ and Coop that you can have out there on the wing defensively, I mean, those are conversations I think we'd all love to be privy to when they go to him and say, AD, are you sure you're really can we maybe just up those 5 minutes a little bit?
I mean, it was unrecognizably different, you know. It's like you're watching two different teams. The one tonight, especially in the third. Now, granted, it's one quarter of a preseason game against the Jazz, who are the worst team in the league, and they were already missing a bunch of starters.
I mean, honestly, I'm the one who's trying to dial down the worry. One worry I have is, God, this is the softest preseason schedule I can ever remember.
This is not real.
I mean, the Thunder brought 9 guys to Fort Worth. And Charlotte and Utah are teams that, if they win 40 games combined, people would probably be surprised. I mean, so this isn't exactly the...
Yeah, the Lakers game isn't shaping up to be
and the Lakers game can be the second
either.
second game on a back-to-back for the Lakers, and the Lakers have a slew of guys out, including that LeBron James guy. So
that's right.
It ain't the toughest gauntlet to get ready for the season, and then you play Wednesday night, and then you don't play again for 6 days. So I don't love that, I have to say.
Yeah, the Mavericks, of course, will conclude their preseason on Wednesday right here in Las Vegas when they take on the Los Angeles Lakers. That first half, Anthony Davis, 17 points in 19 minutes, was great in the paint, helped spark a 12-0 run in that second quarter to give the Mavericks what was a 51-42 lead. Naji Marshall really good in that first half, too, 14 points. He went 7 of 8 from the free throw line, was very aggressive in that first half.
And, that's the first time we brought up Naji. Okay, D'Angelo Russell was out tonight, so they had a decision to make a point guard. I love the experiment. Let Cooper start at point guard. Let's see how it looks. But as you said, in the second half, they had a more traditional point guard there. Things certainly flowed better. But that was another option, too. They could have started Naji. You could start Naji at the point or Nebhard, your two-way. And remember, we do got to keep in mind, if Nebhard remains on a two-way, he's going to play his 50 games. You cannot play more than 50 games as a two-way.
By game 51, he's going to be out of games. Mark, I do want to ask you, so chat is we're at the Westgate right now. Normally we have one screen with chat, and that's it. Tonight we have about 7 million screens. Unfortunately, none of them are chat. They're all live sports. But I did just check chat on my phone. Obviously, we're talking about how the Mavs started the second half with Nembhard at the 1, AD at the 5. There was conspicuously no Derek Lively.
Yeah, I can see that there are 9,000 questions about Lively already. Based on what I know, the plan was for him to play limited minutes tonight, but we're going to have to dial into the post-game conversation. I'm sure that question will be posed to Jason Kidd. Okay. Obviously, we are not in Salt Lake City, so we're going to have to hear what the official word is from Jason Kidd when he's asked about it. But again, what I've been able to glean from Las Vegas is that was by design, but we have to make sure. We have to ask and make sure.
So he kind of almost like a D-Lo, not quite a night off, but almost.
Yeah, like I said, that was what I was told during the course of the game, anticipating all these questions in chat. But again, we're going to have to dial into what Jason Kidd actually says.
Some of the other numbers from tonight's game, especially in you focusing on the first half, Mavericks went 21 of 24 from the free throw line, was an abysmal, though, 4 of 20 in the first half from downtown in the first half. In fact, they wound up shooting 53 threes in this game. Don't worry, the percentage wasn't great. In fact, they shot a grand total of 28.3% from the three-point line tonight, going 15 of 53 from downtown, overall shooting 39% from the field. On the other side for Utah, no Walker Kessler tonight for the Utah Jazz, among other players that were out in this game. Not a lot of impact from Ace Bailey and some of the names that you might have recognized going into tonight's game, but this was all about the idea of Anthony Davis getting back on track, which he was able to do. Naji Marshall contributing in a big way, and the experiment of Cooper Flagg playing at the point guard position. One guy that we'll talk about a little bit as the show goes on, Bobby's guy and our guy, friend of the DLLS Mavs podcast, Ryan Nembhard, going for 12 assists and 1 turnover in tonight's game. And, Bobby, you started to talk about the impact of what it was to have a traditional starting point guard, if you will, and what that did for the flow of the offense, Nembhard really took advantage of his opportunities tonight.
Yeah, traditional is the good word, I think, because now, the modern kind of prototypical point guard that you want now is someone that's going to be a threat to score from anywhere on the floor when the ball is in their hands. They got to be able to get to the rim, pull up from three, create separation, slam on the gas, slam on the brakes, and also be able to make plays for other people. Now, Nembhard, at least at this point, that's not really his game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that'll ever be his game at the NBA level, but what he can do is diagnose the floor, make passes, make extra passes, get off the ball, move off the ball, respace the floor, and then make some plays from there. He led some pretty good fast breaks, but I think that kind of player, that sort of pass first, very deferential kind of point guard, is really good, whether AD's playing at the 4 or 5. I think that's a really good compliment for AD. Sorry, that is not my phone.
He touched my BlackBerry.
I want to know what's going on with
He
Derek
was trying
Lively.
to get the secrets out of there. He was trying to get the secrets.
This one is my phone. Sorry,
That's all right.
Security.
I need to feel something while I talk.
Whoa.
That not like that. Sorry.
Is that Marc Stein with the pause? Was that the most journalistic type of pause that you'll ever get
It's
from
going
Marc
to take
Stein?
me a while to recover from that one.
There
I'm
you
sorry.
go.
Do not clip that, please. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I think a table setting kind of guy I think fits really well with this team. Dump
Sure.
it into AD, hand it off to Cooper. They're going to be running a lot of stuff through AD anyway, so you don't need that guy that can create everything all the time. If that's how they're going to play. Whenever you have kind of more of a shot hunting, shot creating kind of guard out there, it can be oil and water in a system like this potentially. So that's just something to keep an eye on. But I really like Nembhard's
So
game.
Nembhard starting opening night.
Well, I'm not the coach. I'm just watching.
If you were the
guys.
coach.
No, I wouldn't have him in the starting lineup. No.
No, D'Angelo
But
Russell will still be the starter.
He's giving me minutes on opening night. That's for sure. That guy's an NBA. He's an NBA player.
Love the way he carries himself.
He's an NBA player.
He carries himself like, hey, I went undrafted. You guys think I'm too small to play in this league. He just does not care.
Yep.
And
that is a basketball effing
he
player.
knows where the ball is supposed to go.
Of course, well coached at Gonzaga University
who
under
else
Mark
did?
Few.
The guy that coaches the team. I feel like the guy that coaches the team has a
and
special
that's why
appreciation for that kind of player.
And that's why Jason Kidd was. You knew he was gonna love Ryan Knapp because this is something that I've brought up. I don't know how many times this offseason. This team is very limited in guys who are actually adept at passing.
And dribbling, PJ.
Which
Ooh, boy.
which is something that has to
Not good for the PJ Washington agenda tonight. Not great for the Washington
something
agenda
that has
tonight.
to rankle the coach. Like, if you want to impress this coach, make a good pass. Good idea.
Jason Kidd, of course, knows a little something about making good passes. Yes, the PJ Washington agenda took a little bit of a hit tonight. Some ball handling mishaps, if you will, and not a lot of shot making, especially from distance for this entire team, which, as we go on through the course of the show tonight, we'll discuss a little bit as well, because one of the things that we have talked about quite a bit here on this particular show is the idea of three-point shooting. Is there enough of it? Where is it going to come from? Klay Thompson, who had a decent game against the Charlotte Hornets, did not shoot the ball well from three tonight. And if you're not going to get shots made from the outside, it tends to make it a little bit more of a struggle. But obviously Anthony Davis was doing a little bit of everything inside, outside, and especially on the defensive end to really make sure that the Mavericks were able to establish themselves in this game. But shot making left a lot to be desired in tonight's game, especially from distance.
Yeah, again, Coop is the starting point guard to start the game. You have AD, you have Lively, you have PJ. Okay, you have Klay, but Klay's kind of, I don't know, he's just kind of.
I really hope
he's
Coop
kinda
does
chilling.
post-game media, because I would just like, I hope someone asks him, do you enjoy playing
Yeah,
the
how did
point?
it feel?
How
Yeah.
much point? How often have you started a game as the point guard? How comfortable or not comfortable were you? Like, I really would love to hear his answers to those questions.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, where are you getting good shots from with that? That's another reason why I don't want him playing point. I just don't want him playing point guard.
Like the fourth quarter, it's hard to get super. You don't want to go too deep in the evaluation of a fourth quarter where a lot of guys are, these are not the regulars. But that was the thing about Nembhard, is like the shots are just
Getting good shots every time down, man.
Yeah, he just.
Or at least you're putting yourself in a position to get a good shot. It wasn't that way in the first half. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. Not good nor bad. Cooper Flagg is not a point guard. Ryan Nembhard is.
Yeah. And you saw a little bit of the differences.
And Naji Marshall is.
Naji Marshall was cutting through the lane like a knife.
That's right.
All right. He is 7th man of the year. I'm sticking with that name, dude.
He's sticking with it for right now.
Seventh man.
Oh, seventh man. Oh, okay.
And
the knife. Let's take our first break here on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. We are live from Westgate Superbook in Las Vegas, the largest race and sports book in the world, right here at Westgate. When we come back, more on tonight's game, including more observations from Cooper Flagg as a point guard, and also more on Anthony Davis as well. All that coming up next year on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. But first, you don't want to get that dreaded property tax bill. I don't like it when it comes in my mail in April, and I've got a solution for you if you don't want to pay more than what you're supposed to pay when it comes to your property taxes, and that is with Ownwell. When that property tax bill hits your mailbox, it'll hurt knowing that you could have saved money using Ownwell. You don't want to go through having to go through hearings and setting deadlines to make sure that you pay your property taxes on time. Ownwell can take care of all of that for you, and you can sign up in just 3 minutes. 86% of Ownwell's customers get their assessed values reduced and save on their property taxes as well, and it puts property tax money back in your pocket in just minutes. They deliver top results with customer savings of over $1,100 when you use Ownwell. Stop overpaying and start saving with Ownwell. Sign up in 3 minutes at ownwell.com/Texas. That's OWNWELL.com/Texas with Ownwell today.
Hey, it's basketball season, so you might want to follow the Mavs on the road, like, for example, when they come to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. And you've never been to T-Mobile Arena, so you're like, you can take the guesswork out of all this stuff. It is just fantastic. And you might even be able to save a little cash, too, not only on game time, but also through our promo code. So take the guesswork time, download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DLLS to save yourself $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code DLLS for $20 off. Tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it, Marc Stein?
Game time.
Game time. By the way, with that money you save with Ownwell and your property taxes, you can use that to use with Game Time to get your tickets to go wherever you want to go.
Absolutely.
Appreciate all of you joining us here on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. Again, we are live at the Westgate Superbook here in Las Vegas, your home for legendary Vegas fun, the official hotel of the DLLS Mavs podcast with the world's largest race and sports book that you can find. Mavericks get it done 114-101 on the road over the Utah Jazz to move to 2-1 in their first 3 preseason games. They will conclude their preseason here in Las Vegas on Wednesday when they take on Luka Doncic, maybe, and the Los Angeles Lakers at T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas. But still plenty to get to on tonight's postgame show. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to DLLS Sports and download our podcast wherever you get your podcast for free. Just search DLLS Mavs. Give it a 5-star rating and write a review for it while you're there. Marc Stein, you were the one that broke the news prior to tonight's game that Cooper Flagg was going to be playing point guard. If you had to give a grade for point Flagg tonight, what would you give the number 1 overall pick out of Duke?
I think he was a solid B, but I mean, again, you know, I really feel like that starting 5 was formulated with defense in mind, and it was just, hey, based on this fivesome, Cooper Flagg has to operate as the point guard, but D'Angelo Russell ruled out for tonight among a list of, I don't remember how many guys it was, seems like 6 or 7 names. Jason Kidd reeled off at his pregame media availability, and out goes D'Angelo Russell, in goes P.J. Washington, and like I said, I think defense was really the inspiration for that starting 5, because I think, again, the way the third quarter when Nebhard started and AD moved to the 5, things flowed better, but again, the way Naji Marshall played tonight did make me think how things might have looked had Naji started at the point. So, I mean, there were still plenty of ways to go, even though D'Angelo Russell, Dante Exum, Brandon Williams, all unavailable tonight. If in normal circumstances, it would have been Exum or B. Will who got that chance, and obviously neither one was able to play.
To your point about the defense, in the first quarter, Jazz go 4 of 11 from 3, which is fine. 4 for 13 on 2s, which is pretty bad. Only 3 of 9 on shots inside the paint, which is putrid. I mean, that is like, ooh,
some of our friends in chat are saying that the mics are cutting in and out. I hope that's not.
If they are, refresh the stream. Just refresh the window. We're not noticing any issues on our end, as far as Tanner can tell. We encountered that issue on the pregame as well. Just refresh, and you should be fine. But just let us know in the chat if that works for you. The Mavs also had 4 blocks in the first quarter. The first quarter, not the first half, first quarter. Now, most of those were on field goal attempts inside the paint, but one of them was a spectacular PJ blocked Lauri Markkanen three-point attempt, that is a tough shot to get to, dude. Lauri's tall, and he stands way back behind the line, but PJ was playing pretty aggressively on that one and got to it, and that was amazing too. So, the Mavs they're trying to block shots. They're really, really, really trying hard to block shots and then get out and run. More than 20 fast break points again tonight, which is pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, the defense was certainly exerted more effort tonight than it did against the Hornets. By not even close.
It feels like in a lot of ways, we saw this in the Charlotte game. We saw it a little bit tonight as well, that the easiest offense is going to come for them is their ability to get stops on the defensive end and getting out and running in transition to be able to get some easy buckets to create instant offense, especially if they're going to struggle from distance the way that they did tonight. And if they have the ability to lock down teams defensively, get themselves out on the break, be able to finish in the open floor. In fact, we talked about Cooper Flagg playing the point guard position tonight. A little bit of a scare in the third quarter. With about 9.5 minutes left, Cooper Flagg gets a pass from Ryan Nembhard, one of his 12 assists. Cooper Flagg dunks it. All of a sudden, the ball finds its way under Cooper Flagg's right foot, turns his foot a little bit, and every Mavericks fan.
Nobody panicked.
No, everybody panicked. Everybody panicked.
I didn't panic.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. He was fine. He immediately got back up.
And that's the thing. He immediately got back
Doesn't
up
matter.
and was able to get back down the floor. But
he
yes.
gets right back up and run right back down the floor, and still panic ensues.
I was fine.
Mavericks.
He's 18.
He's 18. He definitely showed he was 18 by
Don't
getting
live
back
your
up.
life in fear.
But at the same time, he was okay and was able to obviously continue the game. He had 8 points and 5 rebounds in the first half, along with his point guard duties as well. You saw a weak side block that he also had in that first half as well. But at the same time, Mavericks, now 2-1, continue to move through the preseason relatively healthy, which is obviously a good thing as you move closer to that October 22nd date when they welcome in the San Antonio Spurs for the beginning of what is a 5-game homestand to start this season for the Dallas Mavericks. But overall, Cooper Flagg continuing to get his feet wet. Didn't shoot the ball great tonight, but had other responsibilities and was able to do some other things on the floor, which one thing we've talked about, Cooper Flagg is able to do other things to keep himself connected to a game. I think tonight was a good example of that. When shots weren't falling, he was still able to find ways to impact the game, which he's constantly talking about in terms of impacting winning on both ends of the floor.
Well, on defense, he's always a presence. I mean, you always feel his presence at that end, no matter what's going on at the other end. But, I mean, who shot it well? I mean, it was, some decent shooting in the fourth quarter, spiced up.
Miles Kelly wound up hitting 4 threes in the game.
Yeah, but it was like the Mavs still shot 28% from three.
That's right.
15 for 53.
Yeah.
And like I said, they had to dial it up a notch or two at the end to get to that. So I mean, here's 53 threes. You can't dispute the volume. There's plenty of volume, but not when only 15 go in.
The good tonight, Anthony Davis. The good tonight defensively wasn't too bad. The bad, didn't shoot the ball well from the three-point line at all. The ugly, yikes. Number one for the Dallas Mavericks continues to struggle, and unfortunately, that is another something that a lot of folks who have been watching throughout the preseason have seen the struggles of one Jaden Hardy. And Ryan Nembhard got his opportunities tonight, played really well. Jaden Hardy, unfortunately, continues to struggle so far in his preseason. Any additional thoughts when it comes to what Jaden Hardy and what he hasn't been able to do so far in this preseason here?
8 turnovers, not that many assists. That's not good.
Yeah.
Shooting it very, very poorly from 3, from inside the arc, making some bad decisions. I don't know.
And the volume
Makes me sad, but
for further sadness, the number of what's up with Lively, like this poor fan base has just been through it for the last season.
We are tired, Mark. It's October and we're already
the instant condition reflex reaction is, oh my God, someone else got hurt. Somebody who got hurt now. And
I mean, this fan base is traumatized. I mean, after everything that happened last year.
Yeah, no, I totally get it, and that's sad. It's like, I mean, this whole chat is what happened to Lively? And I mean, I wish I had the staff helicopter to get to Salt Lake. So
Fly to Salt Lake real quick.
So I could check. I mean, I'm sitting here. I can't do much check. I'm trying. I am trying, but
as Stein would like to say, he's efforting.
I am efforting
to get more.
But I mean, there's only so much I can chase from this booth.
So what's National Tim doing? We should get him on the
National Tim, get on it.
It's a big
National
story.
Tim alert. National Tim alert. At the same time, I think honestly, to that point, before we take our next break here, that's going to be something that we discuss on this show all season long because of the type of roster that they've built. They've gotten guys, whether it's Anthony Davis, whether it's Kyrie Irving, other players on this team who have dealt with injury history. Obviously, Derek Lively, who we know is a really talented player, has dealt with his fair share of injuries already. So anytime something happens out of the ordinary or there's any type of awkward fall or anything that happens with this team in particular, it feels like there will be trepidation among the fan base. The hope is you won't see a lot of that, and this team can be healthy because last year was historic proportions of injury that we've never seen before for one team collectively in this time span that we saw it, whether it was Gafford, whether it was Lively, whether it was Kyrie Irving. You know the list, on and on and on from a year ago. So I don't think we can do anything to alleviate concerns anytime a Maverick.
There was rampant panic on the Cooper Flagg. You don't want to. You don't even want to call it an ankle twist. How do we describe that?
Our guy Isaac
Nothing
Harris.
happened. He stayed in the game.
Well, because you said he's 18. At 18, you just shrug those things off and get up and keep running.
Our guy Isaac Harris tweeted out. He was like, "My heart sank when Cooper fell on that ball."
Well, yeah, because everyone just wants Twitter engagements. Isaac.
Wow. Oh, wow. You gonna get after your boy like that? That's terrible.
I think does he have a blue check?
He does have one.
All right, collect that money. All right, from that concern trolling. Just kidding. I love you, Isaac.
We'll have to clip that and make sure he sees that part of it.
My heart didn't sink, but that's because I was eating some delicious chicken tenders and, you know.
Oh, you were feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, I was feeling good.
You were feeling good about yourself.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Well, I was feeling way better about that game than what was going on the other screens. That's all I can say.
Well, there you go. And you're feeling good because you got the Michelob Ultra in your hand right now.
They just showed the Atlanta Falcons celebratory post-game locker room. I didn't need to see that.
It's just the worst.
In living color.
That is the worst.
Living color.
Literally every single thing that happened in the NFL tonight was done with the express purpose of trying to ruin our nights, Mark.
Wow. It was pretty loud in here inside Westgate, that's for sure.
It was a fun place to watch games. I'm not gonna lie.
Bears fans, Commanders
rowdy
fans,
in here, dude.
Falcons
really
fans.
Now there was lots of energy. Was it two Monday night football games?
Two Monday night games is kind of the appetizer for the main
Monday
event.
night games and the baseball playoffs.
Baseball playoffs.
Oh yeah, that was nice too.
Dodgers got a win tonight. They beat the Brewers to take a 1-0 series lead.
It was very lively in here.
It was.
Mariners up 2-0 in the ALCS on the Toronto Blue Jays.
To see the Mariners and Blue Jays play with these kind of stakes, I mean, I was just in the heart of my. I mean, baseball was my life when those two teams came in as expansion franchises together. So it's a wow.
Yeah, Mariners back in the ALCS for the first time since 2001. They're the only team in Major League Baseball history to have never gone to the World Series, and they are 2 games away from making it to the World Series for the very first time as a franchise. That's your baseball report here on the DLLS Mavs podcast.
Yeah, what's next? We got a tennis game on right now.
Oh, that's Stein. That's for the.
Sorry.
Did you say game? Do you want to get punched in the face by Stein over here?
Oh my God!
You tried to take his phone, and now you're call it tennis game.
The phone thing was bad.
Like, what are you doing?
That was an inexcusable gaffe, but it's preseason for me too.
Preseason for you too. Okay.
Tennis match.
Thank you.
Match.
All right. Should we call it is it a rendezvous?
What? Let's take our break. Let's take our break here on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. When we come back, we're going to dial up the Stein line where Marc Stein drops some Goss Stein when it comes to what's going on with your Dallas Mavericks and everything across the association. We do all that and more coming up next on the DLLS Mavs postgame show.
But first...
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you and Bobby Karalla paid. So don't miss any of the excitement this season on PrizePicks when it's good, where it's good to be right. Look, all you need to do is to pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in and be a winner just like our guy, Bobby Karalla. In fact, PrizePicks invented the flex play. So what that means is when you still can cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. So if you mess up on your lineup, you can still get paid. In fact, you could double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. So Bobby knows. Yeah, you know about that because your picks miss all the time.
Deal, yeah.
Your picks miss all the time, but you still get paid.
Okay, all right.
But still,
Yeah.
no,
One of them misses sometimes.
But guess what? You can download the app today and use code DLLS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DLLS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks is good to be right, like Bobby.
It's still like 125 degrees in Dallas right now, but it's going to be cold soon. And when that weather goes down, if you have stuck or damaged or cracked windows, that cold breeze is going to get right through and start sweeping through your house, and it's just going to make it uncomfortable, man. But our friends at Window Nation, they have the best replacement windows out there. Window Nation in Dallas offers a lifetime warranty on all their windows, so you can relax knowing your home is protected far into the future, and they can get those bad boys replaced in as soon as 1 day or even less. This month, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 for free. Make no payments for 2 years. No monthly payment, no down payment, no interest until 2027. You can celebrate your newly upgraded home with a Dallas Cowboys jersey and a chance to win 2 free tickets to an upcoming game because Window Nation is partnered with the Cowboys as well. Get started on your free estimate before October 31st to save big on your replacement windows. Schedule a fast, free estimate now with the pros at Window Nation. Head to windownation.com. Again, windownation.com for more details.
I got nearly 300 people watching us live right now. That means I need 300 likes by the time we get done with this DLLS Mavs post-game show right here live from Westgate Superbook in Las Vegas. We're about to dial up the Stein
You
Line
want something
here.
to panic about?
Wait, hold on,
Oh
hold
my
on. Wait,
God.
wait. Hold on.
I literally just shut my
Hold
laptop
on.
and leaned back
Wait,
and breathed
just
a sigh of
second.
relief.
You cannot start a
Literally a
sentence
sigh of relief.
that way, especially as I thank our good folks here at Westgate.
Oh, I love Westgate.
Shout out to Westgate, your home for legendary Vegas fun. Recently voted best sportsbook in Vegas and the official hotel of the DLLS Mavs podcast. Now, before you send everybody to a panic, let's dial up the Stein Line properly here on the DLLS Mavs post
I
game
don't want
show.
to dial up the Stein Line
with our
anymore.
guy,
Well,
Marc Stein.
I'm being hyperbolic. But,
Okay,
but
thank
you know,
God.
I mean, I wouldn't just spray. First of all, I apologize for stepping on Kevin's
My
Westgate read.
goodness.
That wasn't very slick.
Jeez.
No, the one thing. I was hoping some post-game quotes would have emerged by now, and there are none. So I don't know what's going on in Salt Lake City.
Oh, wow.
Where's our post-game action?
National Tim Alert.
Well, do they have internet in Utah to get us those
Well,
quotes?
today they put out a list of 25 improvements to the Delta Center. So I would assume that.
Oh, wow.
I would assume that.
Yeah, they have dial-up at every seat.
Dial-up is crazy. Dial-up is crazy. But we're going to dial up the Stein Line right now on our post-game show. The latest news and notes and goss around the association, and particularly your Dallas Mavericks with our guy Marc Stein, including Mark. Let's start here. We are in preseason. We're here in Las Vegas where the Mavericks are going to be playing a preseason game against the Lakers at T-Mobile Arena on Wednesday. Next year, though, they're going to be going a little further away to play a couple of preseason games.
Yeah, so there's been lots of coverage of Patrick Dumont, the Mavericks' new owner, and his role in helping the NBA make it back into China. There had been the last NBA basketball in China before this past weekend was October 2019. Of course, you had the whole Daryl Morey tweet in support.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I forgot all about that whole thing.
Pro-democracy protesters in Hong Kong, and that really fractured relations between China and the NBA. But Sands Corp has sold all of its Las Vegas properties, but in Macau, they have the Venetian, and the Venetian in Macau has an arena, and that's where the Nets and Suns just played these games. So Sunday's game 2 of this Brooklyn-Phoenix 2-game series, Patrick Dumont is sitting courtside with Yao Ming, of course, the greatest basketball player China has ever produced. So I reported after that game that the Mavericks have been lined up to play 2 exhibition games next season in Macau. Obviously, Patrick Dumont wants his team playing the exhibition games in the arena that is part of the resort that Sands Corp owns. But the funny thing, when I posted that I met you guys at the airport for us to fly here. I actually went to a different part of the B terminal. You guys were having a staff meeting.
Yeah.
Or just dinner.
Yeah.
Kevin Gray, Bobby Carella, Magnus meeting, staff meeting. I found a different part of the B terminal to post my story, and I got a note from Sean Hyken, who covers the Portland Trailblazers, and of course is it
Hansen Young.
Hansen.
Yeah, so obviously there's a lot of interest in Portland about are they going to be able to play, when will the Blazers be asked to play a game in China? But Sean found that Yao Ming basically announced after the game that, no, the Rockets are the team coming here. So it's confirmed now. Mavericks and Rockets will be playing 2 exhibition games next October. And so I must say the challenge is immediately thrown down. The gauntlet is thrown down to DLS's travel agent, the peerless Kevin Gray, who...
Oh, Tanner, you just made Mark so mad.
I haven't even looked at it. Am I going to hate it? Am I going to be throwing things?
Do you want to panic?
Our
Just check your text.
Our travel agent... Well, before I get to whatever Ben said... I want to see if the peerless Kevin Gray... Kevin Gray, can he get us to Macau?
What have I told you before, Stein?
He got us to Vancouver. He's gotten us to Vegas twice. Can Kevin Gray get DLLS Mavs, all 4 of us, not just Kevin Gray, not just Kevin Gray and me, not just the Corella Strader. We need Magnus with us. And
Ron.
Ron's going to be with us.
Ron.
So can you get 5 of us to Macau so we can taunt National Tim that we're in Macau?
Something tells me
Hold
that
on.
Patrick Dumont will not fly us and that we probably won't be allowed on the Mavs charter, so we might need to come up with a plan.
All right, so where is this super chat? I can't find it.
Hold on.
What the hell did he say?
Don't tempt me with a good time. That's all I'm going to say. Don't tempt me
Where
with a good
is
time.
Macau? Is that like a big city?
It's adjacent to China.
Adjacent to China is wild.
I'm
Yes.
pulling
It's
up
far
a map.
away.
I'm pulling up a map. Is it
Well-
is it a big town?
It's part of China.
Well, while we do that, shout out to at the show 1620 with the $1.99 super
Oh,
chat.
it wasn't GM Ben, or it is?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought
The
GM.
the question is though, who's a better Vegas hang, KG? This question is for me. Stein or GM Ben? The answer to that question is yes.
Oh, wow.
That answer is
Sidestepped
yes.
like a true...
True champ, baby.
Waffler.
True champ. We
Here's-
are
here's
in the
thing.
fight capital of the world, baby.
He and GM Ben were inseparable on that trip, so he can justifiably say that GM Ben.
How you know that?
You were constantly like taping stuff. He was the cameraman.
All right, so it
Yeah,
looks...
we were working together, but that didn't mean we was like hanging together.
Oh, so you ditched the GM as soon as you got the chance?
No, we actually went to a fabulous Netflix party. Actually, we actually did go to a really dope Netflix party together.
Macau is across a little bay from Shenzhen, where the Mavs have been before.
Mm-hmm.
They have been there. It looks like it's south of Guangzhou, which is a very large city as well. It's in like southern China, kind of. It's like Taiwan to the east and northern Vietnam to the west.
So really far away from
Was
here.
I
About as far gets.
Yeah.
Was I a decent traveling companion in Vancouver?
You were a fantastic travel companion. Shout out to the club. It was great. I need to get them signed up for that. But yeah, that's going to be very interesting. The Mavericks playing 2 games against the Houston Rockets in Macau, China.
The Rockets obviously have been very, very popular in China for a long time. Having worked for the Mavs for a while, there was a period of time, so this would have been in the mid-teens. The Mavs poured a considerable number of resources into online presence in China, fan engagement, community building in China. At the time, the Warriors and the Rockets were the 2 most popular teams. The Mavs climbed pretty high, I would say, and gained a considerable following over there. So.
I mean, if the Mavs are bringing Kyrie, AD, and Cooper Flagg to China.
And Clay.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Clay's massive in China.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be...
Yeah, I mean, Clay is probably like a god. Yeah, Clay and Kyrie are
Clay
both.
and Kyrie are... I mean, they have a massive fan base
and
in China.
the shoe deals.
But
and
the Rockets were, for so long, China's team. because of Yao Ming, and I mean just how popular Steve Francis was in China just by virtue of playing.
Well, KD is
Stephon Marbury
beside
big star over
Yao
there.
Ming. So that's actually going to be. I mean, I've only been to China once. I covered the World Cup there in 2019, where the United States finished 7th. I thought I had seen it all in 2002 when I covered the United States finishing 6th in the World Championships in Indianapolis on U.S. soil. But no, 2019 World Cup, and they finished 7th. I remember
02 Worlds would Germany have finished?
Germany finished.
Did Germany medal?
Germany did medal, I believe. I think Serbia won it, and might have still been referred to as Yugoslavia at that point.
In 02, no shot.
Yeah, I want to say Serbia, Argentina. I'm pretty sure Serbia won it.
Oh well.
Because
there's no way to find out. So
no, because
Right, there's still absolutely no way
if I
to
can,
confirm any of
if I
this.
can impose a bit of Stein story time on you,
This is your segment. This is
2000
literally your segment.
Here, I got it.
Serbia beat Argentina?
They were called Yugoslavia.
Yes, yeah.
Over Argentina,
You
third
doubted
place. Germany, who
yeah.
medaled MVP and top scorer of the tournament, Dirk Nowitzki.
So-
Wow.
I doubt some of that because I'm
That's
getting
just what you get for doubting Stein
No,
on
no,
the
I'm
Yugoslavia
getting- I'm
joint.
getting-
I just can't believe they'd still be called Yugoslavia
at
the
that
time.
point. At that
It was
point,
02.
it was a little bit surprising that they were still. But that, while I might have been fuzzy on some of the remembrances, this I will never forget in all my career. And this is the 33rd season in a row of covering NBA basketball. The craziest thing I have ever seen during a game was in that Yugoslavia against Argentina to start the second half. We're at FIBA games, you don't get like the courtside seats that I would get at a Mavericks game. So we're like in the mid, like maybe the top of the lower bowl, but like in the middle of the arena. So not close, that close to court level.
Yeah.
I'm in a big section of media to the far left. I look one section over. Vladimir Radmanovic is in his game sweats, a member of the Yugoslavian team, sitting in the media section at halftime. What happened? The then Yugoslavian coach, and it might be Pesic, who just still coached them at Eurobasket now, kicked Radmanovic off the team at halftime.
Oh my God.
What?
And Radmanovic went section to watch the second half in his full sweats.
Oh my God.
And I've never in
What
my
happened?
life. The rumored story was that like he
Adele wrote that song about this.
That's right.
Game.
that he was eating at his locker
Oh, it was a
during
Nerlens situation?
while the team was getting yelled at. He's like, "You're out of here!" I mean, like that's the legend. Is that what really happened? But I mean, that team had they always have drama in the Serbian locker room. But I mean,
I just wanted to eat my snack. That's all. I just wanted to have my snack.
imagine you're in a section of 50 reporters and you look over and you're like, why is Radmanovic, the second half's about to start, why is Radmanovic in the media section? I mean, that was an all-timer. All-timer.
Let's dial up the Stein Line here on the DLLS Mavs postgame show. We'll have more from our guy Marc Stein on tomorrow's show at 10 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll figure out where Beijing is.
You've had it all tonight. We've had baseball reports, soccer reports, I think.
It was lively.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Here.
Let's take our final break here on our post-game show. When we come back, our final thoughts and takeaways from tonight's preseason game as we look ahead to the Mavericks coming here to Las Vegas to get ready to take on the Los Angeles Lakers on Wednesday. All that and more coming up next on the DLLS Mavs post-game show. But I want to thank here our partners in the official hotel of the DLLS Mavs podcast, Westgate Superbook. In fact, Westgate is your home for legendary Vegas fun, home to the world's largest race and sports book, no matter where you are in the world. In fact, the Superbook has a state-of-the-art LED display with 4K resolution, 63.2 million pixels. And check this out, Bobby, over 4,200 square feet of digital space that you have enjoyed as the degenerate that you are, watching all of these games and doing all the things that you do. Recently voted best sportsbook in Las Vegas. It is a must-see destination for all sports fans visiting Las Vegas. So if you want to come hang out at the best sportsbook in the world, you got to check out westgateresorts.com for the must-see destination for sports fans visiting Las Vegas. Again, Westgate Superbook, the official hotel of the DLLS Mavs podcast.
Hey, become a diehard too.
Yeah, do that while you're at it.
Oh, sorry, I did not realize that you actually had a clock there. That's pretty cool.
You literally did that last break.
Yeah, well, yeah. You should become a diehard. You can do that by scanning. Is there a QR code there? You can scan the QR. Well, okay, now you can scan the QR code. Go to our website, alldlls.com. We are bringing you written content on that website every single day, and to read most of it, you do need to be a diehard. It's going to unlock access to all those articles. You get a free shirt when you sign up of your choice. We got 40 or 50 or even more shirts to choose from. We're coming out with new ones all the time as well. You get to join the DLLS Diehard Discord server. Great place to hang out. Y'all kept us sane and laughing in the airport last night while we were waiting on our flight. And you get a discount on any other merch and events that we put out, as well as your physical Die Hard card. So thank you to each and every one of you for supporting us however you choose to.
Let's finish up on our show tonight here on the DLLS Mavs podcast. Again, if you haven't already, please like the video while you are here. We will be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific for the folks out here on the West Coast as we get you ready for the Mavericks taking on the Los Angeles Lakers, gentlemen, in their final preseason game, as the Mavericks will be on the floor to begin their 2025-26 season with not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 straight home games. That begins on October 22nd when they take on Victor Wembanyama, Dylan Harper, and the San Antonio Spurs. That game will be at 8:30 p.m., the second night of a doubleheader on the worldwide leader. So it'll be a late night.
Actually, I want to ask you guys something because I got sidetracked with that whole Redmanovich story. So when they went to Abu Dhabi and Madrid, that was the longest trip any team in NBA history had taken in terms of days and miles. And I remember there was a lot of fretting, and frankly, a lot of it was coming from me. What kind of effect is this going to have on the team at the end of the season? And that team ended up going to the finals. How do you guys feel about a Mavs team that next October is going to be going I think we probably should deal with this season first before we think about next season. But just generally speaking, we just went to Vancouver, which was 1,800 miles away from Dallas. But how do you feel about the Mavs going all the way to Macau to play 2 exhibition games?
There's an agenda here for the Mavericks, which is to get away from us as far away as they can. But don't you worry, wherever the Mavericks go, we're going to be there too.
You can run, but you can't hide, and that is not a threat. I'm just making.
That's literally the truth.
No, but it's not a threat, though.
That's right, it's not a threat.
I mean that with love.
I think it's pretty cool. You're as an athlete, as an NBA player, no matter what. The opportunity to play in some of the more interesting places in the world.
I, as a fan, would never want my team to have to exert itself to that degree in the preseason. But we have to be realistic here. Since the Dumont and Adelson families bought this team and they own, they run Sands Corp and they've got an arena in Macau, it was only a matter of time before the Mavericks were going to be summoned to play exhibition games there, and it's happening.
And honestly, this is part of the attempt of world domination by Adam Silver anyway. The NBA Europe is coming at some point down the road. The NBA announcing today expanded packages when it comes to NBA TV in terms of some of the games that are going to be showing across the world and some of the leagues across the world. So the NBA continuing to expand its global footprint, and Adam Silver is determined to ensure that footprint expands as far and as wide as the NBA can reach. So this feels like a part of the Adam Silver NBA world domination agenda furthering itself.
Yeah, it's all just a marketing play, isn't it, really, for the league? We see the NFL do it. They have, 30 games in Europe this year?
Yeah.
Feels like every single weekend
Munich,
there's an
London,
8:30 game. And
yeah.
At least with the NBA, they have the regular season games in, Paris? Or London?
They've switched it for this season. In January, the Grizzlies and Magic will play in Berlin and then in London. Next season, one of those games will be in my beloved Manchester.
Okay, see, I would be way more nervous or anxious or kind of just speculative or skeptical, I guess, if it was during the regular season. With it being preseason, they could alternatively stay home and play meaningless games against Utah and OKC and Charlotte and, look not great. And we're just kind of like, well, I mean, it's just preseason. So, if you're gonna go fishing for cash, then do it in the preseason whenever the games don't matter as much.
I do feel bad for fans in some respects, though, because there's only certain games for fans that they may be able to get to. A preseason game may be the only one that they can get to as part of a regular season or a preseason. So the more games that aren't necessarily in a city's, hometown, the access for fans becomes more difficult. I mean, the Mavericks only
guys don't really play anyway, though, which is kind of the bummer, too.
Well, I mean,
right?
my point is like, for those who have the opportunities and the means to be able to go to a game, that may be the only one they have a chance to go to. It's becoming more and more difficult to go to sporting events as it is, and preseason games offer fans at least somewhat of an opportunity to catch their favorite team without the
but the way the NBA sees it, and they split that money 51-49. So the players agree.
Yeah.
Why play a game at home for $20 a seat whenever we can go overseas and sell a gazillion jerseys and sell a bunch of tickets at $50 a pop or $100 or whatever?
Yeah.
And you can.
I just feel bad for the fans in some respects. I mean, the Mavericks only had one true home game this preseason. Yes, they played in Fort Worth at Dickies Arena, which was cool. But they only had one true home game at the American Airlines Center this year. Yeah. As part of the reason why we're here in Vegas, because the Mavericks will play the Lakers.
They should play in Vegas more often.
I mean, we would be here.
Not 41 times a year.
Not 41 times
a year.
Let's not
get ridiculous.
Yeah, let's not get
and
carried
now for
away.
another topic that I covered earlier in the show, and really I wasn't serious when I said you guys want to panic about something, but this is just weird that it's been the reporters who were at the game tweeted an hour ago tweeted their final scores, and here were the leaders, and we still an hour later
it's been crickets.
Do not have a quote from kid or a player on this team. I mean, it's been an hour.
They having a post-game meeting?
I mean,
did they just get out of there as quickly as they could to get to Vegas?
I wouldn't have thought there would be a post-game meeting after a win over Utah.
Players-only meeting?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have thought that this was, especially when they do have a flight to get to Las Vegas. Generally, I think that's a trade most NBA players would want to make, a night in Salt Lake City or a night in Vegas. So,
and they figure if we get out of here quickly enough, we can still make our dinner reservation at 11:30. But don't worry, guys. The Westgate is open 24 hours a day. We'll have some seats ready for y'all whenever you get here.
It has been an hour plus,
Michelob Ultra's
and I have
on
not
me.
seen one post-game quote.
Because I've been, as you have been, efforting to see if there's anything quote-wise or anything reported-wise from tonight's game, and there has been nothing.
Here's one from the Utah side from 45 minutes ago. Will Hardy on Ace Bailey. Quote, he's got some tendonitis in both knees. It's nothing that we're overly concerned with. He's not going to be getting imaging or anything like that. It's just trying to take care of him. He was a little sore during his second stint. So, again, that was 45 minutes ago from the Utah
tendonitis in
side.
both knees for the 18-year-old.
Yeah,
that's not good. Because Ace Bailey didn't really have much of an effect on this game. I mean, Lauri Markkanen only had 10 points in this game in limited action for himself as well. So, with that being said, we will have our show tomorrow, but let's start to look forward as the Mavericks get ready to make their way here to Las Vegas. We saw reported today that the Lakers will be, of course, they're playing tomorrow against the Phoenix Suns. Luka Doncic will be making his preseason debut for the Lakers tomorrow.
Yeah, Lakers have played twice.
Mm-hmm.
Luka skipped both of those games. He's playing tomorrow against Phoenix, and that would naturally we have to start bracing for the very real possibility that he's not going to play against the Mavericks on Wednesday night, because the Lakers there's always it always stuns me when I see teams with back-to-backs in the preseason, but the Lakers have this
It's
Tuesday,
insane.
Wednesday back-to-back. Phoenix, then they fly right here to play the Mavs in Vegas, and that's a Lakers exhibition game. This is
all the fans that bought tickets to this game. Obviously, LeBron is hurt, like an actual injury. But all the fans that bought tickets to this game wanted to see Luka and LeBron.
I'm going to hold out hope that Luka plays because, one, it's a short flight from Phoenix to Las Vegas. Short flight. I don't imagine Luka plays more than
nothing
12
has been
to 14
announced
minutes.
or confirmed, but just they do. The Lakers also have an exhibition game on Friday, so the working presumption at this point is that he plays the Phoenix game, doesn't play against the Mavs, and plays Friday in the preseason swan song for the Lakers. But again, that is a presumption. We We do not have an ironclad announcement yet, but that would obviously, I mean, we came to Vegas, man. We were hoping to at least see Luka, and that would be very weird to see no Luka and no LeBron.
I'm interested too, and obviously we'll find out more as over the next couple days leading into the game on Wednesday. Anthony Davis played pretty hard tonight. I mean, you look at the went 25 minutes, had the 25 points, pretty much stuffed the stat sheet. He played like a guy that was getting himself into the kind of shape that, was getting himself ready for the regular season. I'm interested to see what his minutes will look like on Wednesday as well, because I thought he went after it pretty hard and went pretty good.
And our show tomorrow is at 10 a.m. local time. I'll have to find out. I do not know this. Again, I know the Mavericks are flying here tonight. I don't know if tomorrow, are they actually going to practice here somewhere, or is it just going to be like guys can get some shots up, optional shoot? My gut would be that it's just an optional shooting kind of day. Can't imagine that they're going to have a full practice here in Vegas. So preseason travel, and just I feel like in the preseason we are so much more regularly talking about who's not playing than who's playing.
It feels like there's not a lot of uniformity as well across the league in terms of teams and how many games that they play. I think the Thunder are playing 6 preseason games.
4, 5, 6.
The Mavericks playing 4 preseason games. Some teams playing 5 preseason games. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of uniformity when it comes to the kinds of schedules.
GM Ben just sent me a note and said that if Luka doesn't play, he's making us fly back early.
We are flying back early.
That's right.
Early Thursday.
Yeah,
that's right.
Very early.
I also don't believe him.
I mean, we're here now, so
just wait till he finds out how much it costs to change the flight times, and he will not be moving that flight.
He's not moving, not a darn thing, not a darn thing. We won't be moving either, because we're going to be right here, here at Westgate in the Superbook here in Las Vegas, who have been fantastic hosts as always.
GM Ben,
shout out GM Ben. Wish you had the drop, because we would need that.
Shout out to GM Ben.
Wow.
Tanner working his magic.
Magnus has his bag of drops that travels.
Yeah, he's
and he
Tanner,
found
delete GM Ben. Just
and he found a bell.
The yin and the yang. Man.
Bell.
Now I want to know how many you got. All of you got all the drops.
It has a bell.
You got a few of them. Okay.
You got the bell replicator handy.
My favorite.
Wow, that was loud.
See, this is how we're gonna finish the rest of the show, because now I just want the one. What's the Stein drop of him getting upset, getting pissed off all the time? We got that one.
This answer is going to piss me off.
That's right. That's right. That's what a lot of your answers have been doing to me over the last, 24, 36 hours.
Tomorrow is Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
Maybe
it's Trivia Tuesday.
Maybe I should.
Maybe it's Trivia Tuesday.
Do we have time for Trivia Tuesday? We might have to move it.
I don't know.
Because, we might have a guest.
I mean, at this rate, nobody played in the
idea.
Mavericks-Lakers game anyway, so, we might as well, play a little trivia at this rate, the way things are going.
How can we have been doing the show for an hour and not have one Mavericks quote off this game?
Well, you
Fast
wanted
Channel 59 alert. Fast Channel 59 alert.
That means it's time to go, boys and girls, here on the DLLS
At least
Mavs
one of us is
postgame
on their
show.
A game.
We appreciate our guy Tanner making us look good and sound good as always. Thank you, sir. Thank you to Westgate Superbook as hosting us tonight and all week here at the official hotel of the DLLS Mavs podcast. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. for our folks and family back at home. That is our national NBA insider, Marc Stein. That is our Mavericks analyst, Bobby Krill. I'm your host, Kevin Gray. We are DLLS Mavs. Mavs win 114-101 over the Utah Jazz for their second preseason win. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 12 p.m. right here on DLL Sports. Y'all be good. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.